Gametrollers. Welcome to the Gametroller podcast. I believe this is number 6. It's gonna be an interesting podcast. Hopefully, I do end up going over doing the actual podcast properly and stuff. I haven't really done one in a while. Got 2 things to cover. May do some extras if I have extra time to burn. I got 2 things. So first off, I want to talk about the Rumble last night. And last night for me, I'm uploading this later, so I'm not sure when. Maybe I'll upload it. Yeah. Anyways. So I want to talk about the Rumble, and then second topic, I'm going to be talking about the Avengers Project, which is an Avengers game being made by Square Enix. I'll get into detail and stuff once I get to that. But first, I want to talk about the Royal Rumble last night. Well, first off, really good show. I think maybe, just maybe, it could top the actual. It could possibly maybe top NXT TakeOver San Antonio. I wouldn't know, honestly, because I got some really mixed feelings for this Rumble. For the most part, for pretty much the entire, I think the last 10, maybe even 15 minutes of the show just completely ruined the experience for me. And also it was basically the equivalent of being just a big baby, I think. I mean, I was not in a good place this morning. I was really not in a good place this morning. Last night and this morning I was just distraught. I was freaking out. I was questioning my own existence because of how bad the end of the Rumble was, and it really is it wasn't that good, honestly. But the entire show overall, I feel it was good, but they sort of really dropped the ball in with the finish of the Rumble match. I forgot what I was just saying. So they dropped the ball in the last 15 minutes. I was extremely disappointed, but I guess it was because I didn't get what I want. Or what I thought would make sense, but we got something completely different, which, as I said, this morning, I couldn't think of that. I couldn't think of the positive. I was just this is bad. Now I sort of see the positive, but I'm still it was not good. So let's talk about the full show. So, pre-show, well, first off, let me talk about my record. For predictions, I think it was 5 out of 8 correct in my predictions, so it wasn't that bad. So let me go for the match. So pre-show we had Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya taking on Naomi, Nikki Bella, and Becky Lynch in a 6-woman tag match. This, as I said on the predictions, is gonna build up it's gonna build up to the 3 main feuds, women feuds for SmackDown in the upcoming couple of months, maybe even past WrestleMania. So we got Becky versus Mickie, right? That's setting that up. We got Alexa versus Naomi, and of course we got Nikki versus Natalya. The face team of Becky, Nikki, and Naomi won. I did not predict that. I actually thought the heel team would win, and also honestly, both sides of the spectrum, I really feel they should have gone either way. They gone this way, they should have gone that way. They gone this way, they gone that way, they should have gone this way. Basically, I predicted that the heel team would win just to get some heat behind them and make the faces seem like the underdogs. And also because I just thought of this, basically this morning. Mickie James, right, is, let's just call her, I don't want to say a glorified jobber. She's basically really good enhancement talent at this point. She's lost 2 of her matches, and I don't think she'll actually win any matches at this point. This was one of the only matches where she could have actually gotten a win, unless she beats Becky in, the feud, which, honestly, I don't think would really work, because she's a legend. She's one of the older people, and, according to us, like, smarks, the older people have to put over the younger talent, so the younger talent can, like, progress, and the older people can just, they can just pay their dues, and do that stuff, right? As I was saying, so, like, the older people should put over the younger people, because, the younger people, they're gonna be there for a while, they're gonna be carrying the torch for a while, So, I thought maybe Mickey would just get this one win here, and then, that would help build up the feud or whatever. As, on the other side, you need Naomi. Excuse me. You need Naomi to, like, look strong with Alexa. So, there's a lot of factors in that match, but, it went the way it did. I don't really care, yeah. So, next up, we got the Tag Team Championship, Raw Tag Team Championship match. Oh my goodness, man. Like, I can't tell you how happy I am with the result, really. Finally, after months and months of getting buried, these men, these fine men, have actually, like, finally won a match, So happy about that. They actually have championships around their waist. Of course, they had to cheat, so, I mean, it's not clean, which means Cesaro and Sheamus still have a rematch that they can use, and, like, yeah, basically it wasn't clean, so that means we just have to wait for Cesaro and Sheamus to take back the titles, because that's how that works. Then, now, I guess, we go on to Sasha versus Nia. Nia looking really strong, just like, basically, I made the analogy of, this is like my 3 or 4-year-old nephew trying to, like, knock me down. It's like that bit in Bill Cosby, right? It's just like, knock me down, son, knock me down. That's basically what that was. It's like an ad trying to, like, knock down an elephant. It's just not gonna happen. This is, like, it's not gonna happen. 5 minutes something, right? I think she beat her. Hold up. Okay, I just had to do something real quick. Completely forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about Sasha and Nia. Yeah. So, we go on to that. The thing I hate the most now, right, is that people are actually, like, saying, "Oh, you stupid Mark's getting mad at Randy and John winning." It's like, really? You're gonna do this now? You're gonna do this now? Anyways, so Nia beat Sasha, in 5 minutes 10. There we go. I think I was talking about the time. Anyway, so next up we got another and the final women's match of Royal Rumble. Charlotte versus Bayley. This is the first match on the main card for the Raw Women's Championship. Honestly, sounded like a good match. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Really, I don't have nothing to really say. I mean, either way, I'm fine with it, really. I predicted Bayley. This is the second one that I got wrong, other than the Rumble itself. So, I guess it could have gone either way, really. I predicted Bayley, but I guess I should have seen that they wouldn't, like, make Charlotte lose yet. Like, they would probably hold that up till WrestleMania or something. So, I guess that was my B, really. I guess that was my B. Yeah, so Charlotte still women's champion. I don't know where the feud could go on from here. I don't know if there was any shenanigans or whatever. I know there was, like, Charlotte hitting the natural selection on the apron, so, like, she did win with a brutal, like, spot, so, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what to think of this, really. I'm not interested in this match, honestly. Like, they really weren't building up well. Like, they have practically, like, they have the runt of the roster, basically. They have, like, these four. They have Nia, Sasha, and Charlotte and Bailey, and basically they've pretty much already like dried them up to the point where like they're actually sand. Like that's how dry it is when sufficient is. Now because they've just already ringed them and just like squeezed all the life out of them already. It's just like it's so dumb now. I can barely watch. Like the SmackDown one, at least they have a lot of stuff going on. As I said, they got free, right? Free. Trois. 1, 2, 3. Feuds going on right now, right? And you know, really interesting feuds too, not just some random feuds that they threw together. Well, most of them haven't developed yet, but you know, it actually seems like they've been planning and they've been like, there's the roots of the feuds that have been building up and everything, and they're gonna like blossom at some point. But like, I don't know. So I'm not. Yeah, whatever. Like the Raw Women's roster is just not. It's not there yet. I think like they need a couple more people. Maybe when Asuka shows up and possibly even somebody new, or like a legend like Lita, or maybe not Lita. Maybe Beth or like Michelle. One of them could like come back and like just help out the roster, because yeah. Hold up. So, yeah. Anyways, on to the next match. We have the Universal Championship no disqualification match, where Chris Jericho was trapped in a shark cage. And somehow, someway, they managed to still get, like, interference. They banned Seth, right? They banned Seth from the building the entire night. This man was not here the entire night. They had Chris in a shark cage. Right, still ended up like with interference. I have no clue. Like I have no clue. Like this man Kevin just cannot win clean, can he? Like I remember when Kevin was like killing people. He actually beat John Cena clean, the guy who beat AJ Styles tonight, right? Remember that? Like he beat John Cena. He beat John Cena clean as a whistle. Now he can't even beat like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, who are basically John Cena's young boys, clean. Like just good grief, let the man actually win a title clean. Just let him, please. Good grief, at least make him seem like an actual worthy champion. Oh, anyways. So, Braun Strowman ended up interfering in the match at the very end, I guess, and allowing Kevin to actually beat Roman Reigns, so he's still making Roman look strong. And of course they made him look strong for later on in the night, which I'll not talk about now, because that's for later. Good grief, man. So, yeah, but still, I guess it was a good match. I heard some good things about it. I'm not sure, like, how, like, you know, like, how it's gonna develop, because Finn didn't come back. I assume Finn may come back tonight and demand a rematch for Fastlane or whatever. If they do have Fastlane, who knows? I think they have Fastlane. Or maybe they're keeping on the Roman-Kevin feud, which they honestly should, but it looks like Roman, they're either going for a feud with Braun or a feud with Taker now, because Braun interfered in this match and Roman eliminated Taker later on in the Rumble, so I don't know. I don't know what Roman's, like, if they're actually going to continue this feud for, like, Fastlane, and then Finn comes back after Fastlane and Taker or Braun start feuding with Roman, and that's when they start splitting off. I mean, they really missed an opportunity with Chris, too. Like, Chris could have actually won. He was in the match practically the entire time. Like he was in the match for like an hour and 13 seconds. Like I don't know. But yeah, I mean, seems like a good match. It's very open-ended, I guess. Like they have a lot of opportunities to like continue with this. I don't know how Chris Jericho is going to develop. I assume they'll start, like, actually having Chris do something with the United States Championship. I'm not sure who's going to face, though, because basically already faced Sammy and Seth, and like he's already feuded with them already. So like maybe Cesaro and Sheamus split up, or one of the New Day go for the United States Championship, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure where they could go. Maybe I don't think Big Show. I don't think they'll do Big Show. Yeah, they really. It almost feels like they wasted some stuff with that. But anyways, next up, we got Neville versus Rich Swann. Neville beat Rich Swann with the rings of Saturn, right? You know, the Batista bites, right? To win the Cruiserweight Championship. And let's hope Neville has a long, nice feud. I always end up saying feud. Nice, long reign as Cruiserweight Champion. And maybe, I don't know, somebody beats him. Like, I still am hoping that Cedric will end up feuding with Neville. Because that sounds like a really good match, honestly. Like, imagine Cedric Alexander versus Neville. Like, remember, who did he fight? I don't think it was TJ. I think maybe it was Kota. Let me check. Yeah, it was against Kota Ibushi. That's who eliminated him. So, like, people were just, like, super hot on Cedric, and then they practically did nothing with him in the actual division, like, once it came to that. Like, it's insane. Grand Metalik was a finalist in the Cruiserweight Classic, but for some reason they did nothing with him. And, like, Cedric had, like, one of the best matches, if not the best match, in the entire, like, tournament, and then he just, like, they've done nothing with him. They're basically jobbing him out to Noam Dar, who I like, but it's like, come on, man, come on. So, like, hopefully they start building up Cedric to, like, seem strong. Really, that's my thing. I mean, who else could he fight? I mean, TJ and, like, Brian, maybe Rich, they've already had those reigns, unless they want to, like, start back with TJ, but I really don't feel like they should. They should start building him up before actually letting him go into that, just straight. How much does Kofi weigh then? Kofi weighs, 212, just above 205. I don't know. How much does Enzo weigh? Enzo Amore lasted 18 seconds. This man's a legend. Anyways, he weighs 200. Enzo weighs 200. So, I mean, Enzo versus Neville? Oh, that would be fun. I'm not sure where they could go with that, honestly. Yeah, I think Neville versus Cedric is, like, the best bet for, like, a WrestleMania feud, or at least a post-WrestleMania feud. If they, like, continue with the whole Neville-Rich Swann thing, through up until, like, WrestleMania, and Neville ends up coming up on top. Cedric versus Neville would honestly be a really good feud. Hopefully they actually start building Cedric up, honestly, like, actually having him do good things, maybe feud with Daivari, just to prepare, because Daivari just seems like the guy that's elevating all the other people. Like, he did that with Jack, so, I don't know, maybe Tajiri could just come and, like, spray Neville in the face. The Dragon Mist, who knows? That would actually be brilliant. Tajiri coming back to face Neville. Yeah, that would be good. Second best to Cedric, though. I really wish, like, Kota or Zack actually, like, did stuff. Like, and they actually, like, decided to sign. Because, like, yeah, there's a lot of bad, like, decisions, honestly. It feels like, I don't know. Anyways, next up we got I want to say the main event, the last singles match, really, with John Cena versus AJ Styles. John Cena beat AJ Styles for his 16th World Championship. I expected John to win, honestly. I wanted John to win. Yeah, I wanted John to win because, like, of reasons. Reasons that have not been met, so I don't want John. Just okay, fine. So his 16th world title reign, tied with Rick's, like, record in WWE. Obviously, he has like 22, 23 actual world title reigns. in real life. He probably has like 50 million because he always loses them and then gains them back on live shows or whatever, like happened. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. So what else? What else? So like John beat AJ. I don't know what's gonna happen with AJ because like basically for all the ideas and thoughts that are going through my mind now, AJ just it doesn't seem like he's even gonna be on the WrestleMania card unless they do the 6-man Intercontinental title ladder match again, which Zack Ryder will just randomly win out of nowhere. Thank goodness this man's injured now because like I'm not gonna go through like just literally the most useless. Like that was such a useless WrestleMania. Though it's like they did nothing with them, right? Like nothing. They made Chris beat AJ, and like Chris is basically like. Chris was in a shark cage, right? Like, that's how much they respect Chris. And AJ was World WWE Champion heading into the show. So it's like, I don't know. Then they have Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship, only to lose it the night after to The Miz, right? Like, Kevin could still actually be doing good things now with the Intercontinental Championship, but no, they had to take it off. I guess it worked out because apparently he actually is like completely tied with Owen Hart's record. I think Owen Hart had 2 Intercontinental title reigns, and I think they got it on. He had like the exact amount of days that what's his face Owen Hart had. I actually have to look this up real quick. Hold on. Yeah. They both have 2 reigns, and they both lasted 132 days. So I guess it worked out. I guess it worked out really for Kevin. So yeah. So as I was saying, John is a new WWE champion. And as I said, they might do the 6-man ladder match for AJ because he's really not going to be in anything. Like, he's going to be in the chamber match, hopefully, probably. It would make sense. He was the former champion. He gets his rematch. So he may be in the chamber match, but after that, I don't see him winning the chamber match. And I don't really think... Maybe an Intercontinental Championship reign would be a good thing for him. Yeah, so John is the new WWE champion, and for now it looks like it's gonna be Randy versus John, like chapter 586. That's the amount of matches they've had, like literally. I started watching wrestling. That's one of the first feuds I saw, and they had a feud before that. So I mean, just that much. Like I've been watching wrestling for about I think 9 years now, and I've actually seen them. They started feuding. They're basically in like you're in the second act of like the amount of feuds they've had. Like, and they feuded before I started watching. Like these guys can't escape each other, man. Like one of these guys, Brock should just straight up killed Randy, man. Like just to escape John Cena. Anyways, so seems like John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 33. Randy Orton won the Rumble, of course. I don't know, like I'm glad Randy won. You know, I'm glad for Randy. You know, I mean, this was pretty unpredictable. You know, so I appreciate that, right? Yeah, you know, Randy it's Randy Orton. You know, I mean, I can't really say anything. You know, at least it's not Roman who came in that free. God. Okay, this is where I start getting into my rant. You're telling me, right? You're telling me that you could have done Samoa Joe. You could have called Samoa Joe on the phone and tell him, hey, go over, right? Go over to San Antonio to do this Rumble thing. I don't even care if he actually won or not. I don't care if he won or not, alright? This man wasn't even in Texas, right? Like, wait, what? Wait, whoa. I swear they said he was at TakeOver San Antonio. So he was in Texas. Those lying people. Never trusted people on the internet, man. He was at TakeOver San Antonio, so he was in Texas. Right? He was in Texas. They could have just given him a call on the phone and say, hey, just come in over here. We got a number 30 spot for you. You're not going to win, right? Randy's going to win. I mean, Finn, I think, like, it's been, they said 6 months, right? So I think that is exactly now. Let me check. Hold up. So, 1, wait, no, it's 8 minus 1, right? No? Wait. This is 13. So, like, 13 minus 8. 5 months. So, like, they said 4 to 5 months. 4 to 6 months, actually. It's been 5 months since Finn's been out, right? This man probably, like, most likely is cleared to compete. I mean, it just would make sense. I mean, they always exaggerate how much time it takes for people to be out, right? I mean, like, they could have just fit him in the Rumble match. Like, I don't care if he actually won or not. Like, Randy won. But why Roman? Why Roman? Like, the man lost his match early on in the night, right? The worst part about it, he got absolutely wrecked in that match, right? Like, Kevin put him through a table for a frog splash. Braun just is Braun, right? And then this man manages to get 3 eliminations, right? Almost wins the thing before Randy takes him out. I mean, what? What is this? Who are you? God. Like, I was actually in ecstasy. Like, I was in some kind of crisis this morning just thinking about how stupid that was, right? I'm fine with it now. Like, I'm just saying, like, Randy Orton, I guess, Randy Orton, right? I mean, we're either getting Bray versus Randy, or we're getting John versus Randy. I don't really know which way to go with that. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, like, how they're gonna do that. I don't think, like, maybe, I heard they're gonna do, like, there's, like, a rumor, like, this guy came up with a theory that, it's actually Luke who's gonna win the chamber match, because he's breaking off with the Wyatt family. He's gonna be, like, this huge main eventer or something, whatever, and he's gonna fight Randy at WrestleMania. Obviously not gonna be the main event, you know, I mean, obviously, like, that's, I think they're gonna reserve the main event for Brock versus Goldberg, again, for some reason, or maybe they're gonna do it for Undertaker and Roman. There's a lot of stuff they're doing. They might do at the Rumble. Still, well, not the Rumble. At Mania, there's still a lot of things that aren't really set. We know Randy will be in the WWE Championship match because, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh God. So we know, like, Randy is set, right? That's basically the thing. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm so, like, I was such in a crisis this morning and last night. I was just like, I'm not watching Raw or SmackDown. I'm boycotting WWE. That's how mad I was at the Rumble. Now I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. Like, do whatever they want because they don't want to do things that are logical. I mean, why Randy? Like, why Randy? I'm glad Randy won, but why Randy? Like, and the best part about it, it actually seems like they've been building Randy up to actually do something big, like main event WrestleMania or whatever. Like, he main evented, not No Way Out. Come on. Thank you, idiot. No Mercy, right? He main evented No Mercy with Bray. He and Bray won the Survivor Series tag team match. I don't know. And obviously they just sort of opened the way for him to win the Rumble by making him drop the tag team championships. So, like, it's almost like they've been carving a path for this man, like, ever so slightly to actually win the Rumble, but it's like nobody noticed. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. Really, I'll have to watch, really. If tonight and tomorrow, like, generally, like, they don't really make things right. Like, I swear, if Joe or Finn debut tonight, I'm gonna be so mad. Especially Joe, because he's supposed to be on SmackDown anyway. Like, that's just how it works. Like, this man has to be on SmackDown. If he's not on SmackDown, I'm gonna riot. Like, I'm straight up gonna walk out my door, like, gonna walk down the street with a sign, right? I'm gonna pull a Donald Trump protester and do that. But instead of Donald Trump, I have Vince McMahon's face and just a picture of Kevin Dunn's teeth. Not even his face, just his teeth. Those British teeth. Oh god, anyways. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but overall, like, the main show, like, the overall show was great, right? I heard John Cena AJ Styles match was, like, one of the best matches ever. I think may be, like, Cena's best match ever, like, in his entire career. That's how good that match was. And then he had, the other matches were really good, you know, pretty, like, really above average, like, great, you know? And then the Rumble just sort of, like, ruined it for me, because, like, no surprise entrances. Oh, I forgot to mention, my man Ty Dillinger coming in at number 10. Wow, it's like WWE proved that they can be stupid and smart at the exact same time. Like, yeah, they're basically Luffy at this point. They make some dumb decisions, but they also, like, do some good decisions at the same time, like, some great decisions. I don't know, man. I don't know. This man coming in at number 10 just is fantastic. It's a perfect 10. It's glorious. But, yeah. I mean, they could have had Finn or Joe or Angle at number 3, but no, just Roman Reigns. Yeah. Anyways, enough of the Royal Rumble. Let's talk about something that I think is quite enjoyable. We're going to be talking about the Avengers Project. I think that's what they call it. If you don't know, I'll leave a link in the description to the trailer. We had, well, maybe I'll put actual video for this one, who knows. We had a trailer talking about the Avengers Project. It's basically, it sounds like they're going to be making a series of Avenger-based games for, like, the next few years, or whatever. Caboose XBL actually deduced that it may be a sort of like a Destiny system of their, or like a GTA Online system of, they're basically always going to update the game, like, for years and years to come, and everything, and maybe they will release another game or something. But yeah, so just to talk about it, they haven't said what kind of game it's gonna be, and they haven't said, like, they haven't really talked about the game much. They just said it's Avengers theme, and it's gonna be something that lasts for years. Like, this is gonna be a big project for them, and it's being made by Square Enix. You know Square Enix, the people that make Hitman, I think, right? Yeah, Hitman, Lara Croft, Final Fantasy, and Just Cause. So, you know, the good people, the good people. Square Enix are good. So, yeah, so we don't know any information, so it's time for speculation. Some people, I'm gonna be talking about the possibilities and what people have rumors and stuff. So people say it might be an MMO. It's not gonna be a mobile game, because, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be MMO, and obviously it's not gonna be a mobile game. I mean, they wouldn't dare make this a mobile game. Like, they aren't stupid like WWE. They aren't stupid, alright? They're not gonna make this a mobile game, right? That just would be, like, I would never trust Marvel, like, with anything ever again. Like, I'll not watch any of their movies. I'll basically boycott the MCU completely, right? And then actually make this a mobile game. That would be the stupidest thing. So it's not gonna be a mobile game. People are saying it's an MMO. There is a chance it's gonna be an MMO, but honestly, they already have an MMO that actually has a lot more stuff in it. Because, as they said, it's an Avengers-based game. So, when they say Avengers, obviously it makes you think of the MCU. And MCU means no Well, I guess they have Spider-Man, but no X-Men, no not Final Fantasy, Fantastic Four, just the two F's, man. They freak me out. No Fantastic Four and no X-Men, which is honestly like the meat of the Marvel universe. Really, like that's about like 1/2, maybe even 60% of the entirety of like Marvel comics, like popularity and stuff. No, 45, I guess. But like, so it's gonna be Avengers based, right? So that means it would be if it's an MMO, it's basically gonna be the Marvel MMO they already have out, right? It was an MMO. I think maybe they shut it down. I don't know. But yeah, so like they already had like an MMORPG sort of game, like maybe it was an MMO like MOBA type game. I can't really remember it. It's basically like the DC Universe Online, but with Marvel characters and stuff. And like about half of that game is like X-Men stuff. So like obviously they're gonna get like we're gonna get half the amount of stuff, but I guess with better graphics or whatever and a more focused story or whatever. Let me show you. Yeah. Okay, not that one. Yeah, it is that one. Marvel Heroes. That's their MMO. They already have out. It's free to play, so you can go play it now. So it's like no point in making this new game an MMO when they already have an MMO out, and it's basically like the same MMO but with more stuff, right? So I don't think it's gonna be an MMO, or at least it might not be an MMO in the way they already have it. Maybe it's gonna be like a Destiny sort of like a shooter, or that's sort of the only kind of MMO you could think of, really. I don't think there's such a thing as a fighting game MMO. Like, that would be kind of weird. But, yeah. So, I don't think it's going to be an MMO. I think it's going to be an Arkham-style, like, third-person action-adventure game. That's what I think this is going to be. Also, I think it's going to be split up into series and not just going to be one game that they just, like, add DLC and updates for, like, years, too. Like, I think it's going to be a series of games based on an Avengers story, a story with the Avengers. So, obviously, it's going to be like Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, those singular games, maybe even Spider-Man, probably. And, yeah. Now, here's the real problem, though. Like, I say they already have an MMO out. Technically, they already have an Arkham kind of game out with Spider-Man PS4. Now, this is sort of not exactly like there's some factors, interesting factors in that. First off, the Spider-Man PS4 game, or Spectacular Spider-Man, I'm gonna call it because yeah, the Spider-Man PS4 game is a PlayStation exclusive, and is being made by, I think it's not Sucker Punch, is it? No, hold up, wait, Spider-Man PS4, who's it being made by? It's being by Insomniac, okay. So it's being made by Insomniac, so different developers than Square Enix, right? It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, which means it's a Sony thing, right? It's going to be published by Sony, and it's already sort of like an Arkham type of game, so like, this Avengers game is basically going to be the same thing, but with more, like, how is it going to be different compared to the Spider-Man PS4 game? You can't really say that it's linked, really, because, as I said, different developers, different publishers, it may be, I'm not entirely sure, and, like, what would be the point of having a Spider-Man series here, and then, like, on the other side, you got a Marvel series, like an Avengers series over there, and Spider-Man may even be in that Marvel series. So, like, it wouldn't really make much sense to me, like, to have two separate games that are basically the same, but with different characters, and, like, different publishers and stuff. It would basically be like, it would basically be like, say, they had the Arkham games, they had the Arkham series, and then on the side, they had a Justice League series. That basically is the same thing, like, open world with the Justice League and everything, and everybody, maybe even including Batman, obviously including Batman, he's, like, the main part of the Justice League. So, like, I'm not sure like how that would work. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Approaching 40 minutes. Okay. So like I don't know. Like maybe they are linked because it's being made by both of them, or like have some influence with Marvel and Spider-Man PS4. Like Spider-Man's outfit is like makes reference to Spider-Man Homecoming, the MCU Spider-Man with like the eyes. So I guess. So like it's basically like an amalgamation of all the Spider-Man like universes. You know, the Sam Raimi, the something Webb. I think it was David Webb. Something Webb. Yeah, Mark Webb with the Amazing Spider-Man series, and you have the new Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man. So like, there's a lot of they basically combined all those things, so it would make you think there's possibly a link between the two games, but what would be the point of having the two separate games? Spider-Man PS4 does come out this year, and they basically just like, they don't even have any news to give, like all the details and news and stuff, they're going all the way next year, so we have to wait an entire year again just to even hear about this game again. So it's like no point in even announcing it, I guess. Just to get some buzz, as Caboose XBL said. So, like, I don't know. But in the case that it is, like, you know, the Arkham style of games, you know, maybe it's not going to be open world, maybe it's going to be like, not First Avenger, Super Soldier, I think the game was, the Captain America Sega game, that was a tie-in with Captain America First Avenger. I think it may be like a linear game like that. I don't think it's going to be a puzzle game. I think it's actually going to be like an action-adventure, like straight-up combat fighting kind of game. Who knows? Maybe it could even be like an Overwatch type of game. Who knows? But I do feel like it's going to be a single-player, open-world, action-adventure game with the Avengers. So, yeah, so it's going to be maybe broken up into the different Avengers, like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, maybe Spider-Man, unless they don't have Spider-Man. That's why they have Spider-Man PS4. Those kinds of things, right? And then at some point they'll do the team-up game with all the Avengers in it. So I guess that's how they could do it. Titles that I want to see, as I said, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and I think an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. game where basically you get to play as like Hawkeye or Black Widow and Nick, like some like the like not the superhero characters, like the more S.H.I.E.L.D. based, like military based sort of characters, not like, you know, the Avengers or whatever. So like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so as I said, Black Widow and Hawkeye and stuff like that. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they do have the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy. The Marvel games are really developing now. Like, basically they gave DC their chance to like release all their good stuff, right? And now they're just like coming out with it. So like, at least they're actually developing a Marvel games like resume, I guess you could say, because like the Marvel games before, like I think the last good Marvel game was probably like Shattered Dimensions or no, Edge of Time. Like after that, there have been barely any Marvel games, and the Marvel games that have come out have been really bad. So, you know, there's that. I have a really runny nose. Let me go fix that. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I was talking about the Avengers game. So, Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for like non-superpower, like more military sort of game with the S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe Inhumans. I'm not sure. There's quite a few things they could do. Ant-Man, probably. Maybe Ant-Man would just be like a side character in Iron Man or whatever. Because like there's certain characters where it's just like they may not get their own game, even though they should, really. Yeah, but these Avengers games, they really need to up, like, the ante in terms of superhero genre, because, like, the Arkham games really did it, but, like, the Arkham games really missed a lot of, like, opportunities with their games. And between, like, whatchamacallit, between, like, not marketing, what is it again? Like, rights, like, they didn't have the rights to certain things, so they can use them, or, the script, like, being inconsistent with, like, the stuff more on the, WB Montreal sort of area, not being able to use characters to their full potential, like, there's certain problems with the stories and stuff, and character development, not having co-op, or not having good multiplayer. There was a lot of problems. Not having more, like, characters other than Batman and stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of things that the Arkham games couldn't do, or didn't do, or didn't want to do, wouldn't do, that the Avengers, they should be able to do stuff with this series. The trailer actually looks really nice, by the way. This is just to tell you, really, it looked really nice. It was pretty, but yeah, hold up, okay. So multi-year, multi-game partnership that they've done with Square Enix and Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics, and then there's some stuff. Okay, yeah, so, I don't know, maybe they've got some stuff, I don't know. Obviously some skins, doing all the skins right. And obviously, since this is an Avengers game, it's not going to be a singular title, with just a singular character, main character, protagonist and stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. But, back on the whole Avengers thing, so, like, how is the game gonna play? How is it gonna be like? I'm not sure. Like, team-up games are, like, difficult to do, like, in that sort of sense. GTA 5 really, like, I think they opened the gates, the floodgates, for, like, being able to do team-up open-world games like that. Single-player games like that. I do think there might be co-op, but I think it'll be pretty difficult to do, because, like, I really don't like the idea of split screen, especially for a big game like this. I don't think, like, they would try to do a split screen, and obviously Nintendo Switch can't do that whole, like, play on the TV at the same time as you're playing on the Wii U sort of thing. So you can't really do co-op like that, which was one of the good things about the Wii U. So, obviously, they could do, like, the GTA 5 way for, like, the single player, at least, of being able to, switch between the characters and stuff, and being able to play like that. The open world, I think, would be kind of tricky, because, like, especially if you watch the Avengers movie, first off, they never really team up, and then, secondly, they don't really, like, they go from area to area. Okay, so as I was saying, they go from area to area. It's not a single open world. And I don't think no game, like, unless they dedicate the whole game to that of being able to have just the whole world be open world, like, unless they dedicate it to, like, that being the whole game, like, No Man's Sky or whatever, I don't think they can pull that off. So, yeah, but, so, like, maybe just a bunch of different sections in the game. You'll be able to have an open world space, not too big, but, just enough to play around in and see the sights and stuff, and have a bunch of them, like a collection of them. I'm not sure what game did that. Now, it basically be like, just, like Mario or whatever, like those kind of games where it's just a bunch of different areas, but have them be open world, like, be at least a decent size, not to be too small, but not be too big, like, say, Arkham City size, so, like, that size, like, of area to play around in. Arkham City was really in-depth, like, it was a good size, and they had a lot of detail in the size that they, like, in the amount of space they had, and just have a bunch of like different Arkham cities with different like stuff in them. I think that would be good. They could pull that off. Oh dear. God, my nose. So there's a lot of stuff they could do with the open world aspect of it. And of course, you know, single player and stuff would be easy. You know, just having a good story. I'm not sure what the story could be. Maybe they could base it off the MCU. Maybe they could try something like one of the stories in the Marvel, the Avengers, not Assemble, Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, or just do their own thing. Really, like I'm not that big of a Marvel fan. Like I've only seen like most of the Spider-Man stuff and some of the MCU stuff, but I'm not really in depth. Like I've seen some of. I used to watch Ultimate Spider-Man. I stopped. And I never really used to watch any of the other shows before. Well, I did. I used to watch like the old 90s Iron Man and Spider-Man shows like at 12 o'clock in the night on Disney XD, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the story would be like, honestly, but I guess I'll just have to wait. But yeah, as I said, I want like a bunch of games building up to the main Avengers game, and maybe even continuing on after that, too. Would be nice, you know, basically do what the Arkham games just couldn't, and I should be able to do that. I think that would be good. But yeah, I believe that's it for this this episode, this podcast. I feel like I could talk about a lot more, but you know, I got school and stuff, and I'm like, my nose is just killing me right now. So yeah, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. What are your thoughts on the Royal Rumble, and what are your thoughts on this whole Avengers thing? May do another video on the Avengers Project for like things I completely forgot about, I guess. I'm super hyped for Spider-Man PS4, and we'll just see. We'll see how things go. Maybe, I don't know what video I can do afterwards, but yeah, this is it for now. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one, which, whatever it may be. I think Elimination Chamber is next week, so, you know, I could do that. So, like, that's one video that I already have planned, so, yeah. As I said, see you guys in the next video. Troll on. Baby!